This is the second of our series on following Jesus. So in our number one, we talked about that the human problem was sin. Today, I want to talk about you doing your own thing. We have here a commute between Rohnert Park and San Francisco and Highway 101. Let me ask you a question. What would happen if there were no speed laws, if there were no highway patrol, if everybody did their own thing? I'll tell you what would happen. We would have chaos if everybody drove their own car, their own way, without respecting any laws or going in certain directions. Today, we have a major problem in society, quote unquote, do your own thing. People are doing their own thing, and it's causing a lot of problems. Isaiah 53:6 says, all we like sheep have gone astray. We've turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. Today, people are self-centered, selfish, stubborn, opinionated. Everybody thinks their own opinion is the most important thing, and no one wants to tell them to change it all. We live in a time of extreme individuality. Now, I want to talk to you about video games and doing your own thing, and you might think I'm crazy. In the novel Brave New World, Aldous Huxley said that there would be machines which would be created, which would generate harmless leisure, and there'd be high levels of consumption to keep people from challenging and thinking new ideas. May I propose to you today, many people are doing their own thing, doing video games. Many people are going their own way with entertainment, and our society is controlling people and manipulating people by letting them think, by letting them feeling good by doing their own thing. Friends, I want to tell you something. Jesus Christ died and he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me, and I will give you heavenly life. Now, friends, why is there conflict in marriage? A husband wants his way, a wife wants his way. Why is there a generation gap? Older people want to do things one way, and then the younger generation wants to do things another way. Let me give you a simple answer to the problems of society. If we would all become followers of Jesus, if we would always walk in the way of Jesus Christ, if he would step the way he wants us to step at work, the ways of Jesus is honesty, the way of Jesus is truth, the way of following Jesus is unselfish. And when I become a follower of Jesus, and when I go his way, my life changes. You know, there's a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of frustration today, and people don't really understand why. Friends, when you go your own way without God, it does nothing but cause conflict. It's just like those cars on Highway 101. None of us are smart enough, none of us are wise enough to develop our own way of life without God. Proverbs 14:12 says, there's a way that seems right unto man, but the ends thereof are sickness and problems and death. When we go our own way without God, it never benefits anyone else. If you're an individual, if you're creative, follow after Jesus. He'll give you energy for your creativity. He'll give you heavenly life, which will inspire you. Remember, Jesus said, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. By the way, in the novel Brave New World, Aldous Huxley predicted that people would take a drug called Soma. He said Soma will give people self-delusion. It will cloud the realities of life. It'll give them happy hallucinations. Friends, people today are using alcohol, marijuana, psychotropic drugs, opiate drugs to cloud the confusion and the difficulty of going their own way. Little did Aldous Huxley know that he would be prophetic when he said people would have happy hallucinations, happy highs as a substitute for the reality of life. So I want to challenge you today to follow Jesus Christ. In Isaiah 53:6, there are benefits of going God's way. Jesus died on the cross to take your way, to take your sin, that you would go his way. And in Isaiah 56, it says, if you will follow him, he'll bring healing to your heart. If you follow him, you'll become prosperous. If you follow him, if you go his way, you will learn to sacrifice because of the love of Jesus Christ. You'll give your lives for others. And the way of Jesus Christ is a way of life which benefits society. God bless you. God be with you. Go God's way and follow Jesus.